I just had a giant breakthrough after spending some time with Lola, chatting with her. We were talking about boundaries and consequences and rewards and all this amazing, amazing stuff. And I figured out by explaining to Rick and Lola what I've been learning, by teaching them, I also put some other pieces together for myself, and I'm super excited about it. So I was just gonna record myself. So I couldn't figure out the piece of consequences when it comes to boundaries with my kids. My youngest is 5, and she's very strong-willed, like her mother. So trying to put the consequence piece in with boundaries, I know I learned how far I can go with my feelings before I feel resentful and I feel pushed to the point where, I do what the actions that I don't want to do, like yelling or, being snippety, whatever. I realized where that line is for me. Past that line, I get snippety. So I couldn't figure out what the consequence of passing that line, like I knew where the line, okay, so here's the ultimate line. I need to set it closer to me so that I don't ever get pushed past that. So what's the consequence for going past, the first barrier, so to speak, until I get to the fence of my border or my, boundary. So I figured out I have to name what they're doing that I don't approve of. And I'm allowed to disapprove of things with my kids. Like, that was one of the things I was working through because I was trying to do the exact opposite of my parents, and the exact opposite of my parents is permissive, and that got me in a mess of trouble. So trying to figure out what I'm allowed to have as a boundary. So I got that figured out, and then I'm pushing the consequences. So the consequence that I figured out today is that I name what they're doing. So if my kids are screaming at me because something is not going their way, I point it out. You screaming at me feels abusive. I do not like to feel abused in my own home. Please stop screaming at me, or please stop with that tone of voice with me if they're just giving a little attitude. Like, I don't like that tone of voice. I don't deserve to be attacked, and I didn't do anything wrong here. You're upset about this other whatever activating event they have. You're upset about this. You're taking it out on me. So I'm letting you know that, this is your behavior. You are getting snippety with me. You're screaming at me. You're cussing at me, whatever they're doing, throwing things, like God only knows what the kids will do. But you're naming it so that they understand, oh, like this behavior is abusive and she doesn't like it. So, okay, so that they can have awareness. And then I also tell them how I'm feeling. Like, I'm feeling upset. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling disappointed. I'm feeling, because I don't ever want to get to the point where I'm resentful at my kids again. So I'm telling them the feelings I'm having long before resentment. And so then they're able to empathize because they can see this event causes this feeling. And I'm not trying to project, make them take care of my feelings, but to understand if I yell at someone that doesn't deserve to be yelled at, I'm making them feel this way. Wow, do I want to be that kind of person? No, I don't. So I'm going to stop that. And of course they're going to have emotions. And then you have to put that consequence in. Okay, like if you're going to continue, you either remove yourself from the situation and go have your emotion. You can scream at the wall, you can punch the punching bag, you can journal out how you're feeling, you can, whatever it is you need to do, you can do that in your own room with the door shut and not direct it at me. And then if they still refuse, I had to take it a step further because my kids could refuse. I had to take it a step further. I'm going to remove myself in the safest way possible. If I can remove myself physically, I will do that. If I cannot, I will put in my little earbuds and I will put in my instrumental, which is metal music that's just instruments, which is really loud and I can't hear them. I can watch them and make sure that they are safe in their emotions, that they're not going to harm themselves, their sisters, and work with them physically. But I'm removing my mental attention. and and then I'm letting the kids know long beforehand, like, if you do not do this, I'm going to remove my attention from you. I will still, watch you and keep you safe, but I will remove my mental attention from you. And I'm going to do, and I could need meditation at that time. It's like, okay, I'll check in with myself. Like, what do I need to take care of me? So I will put in that meditation piece, or, chakra cleansing, YouTube, or EMDR, like whatever, because, I'll do whatever, or journal, or I'll do whatever I need to do to remove my mental attention and not feed the fire. Because I found that, when I get activated, I feed the fire too. Like, they're having their emotion, I'm having my emotion. I don't know how to help them with their emotion when I'm having my emotion too. And so, like, bringing it down. And so the more awareness you bring to behaviors, the quicker someone will realize, oh, when I come at this person with this attitude, that feels abusive. And then they can internalize how they would feel if someone came at them with that. And then they're better able to empathize with others in the world. And then they can empathize with themselves as too. Like, I'm feeling this way, and that, and processing their own feelings so that they don't project bad behaviors and keep the cycle going and projecting bad behaviors and creating more drama and more resentment. So that was such an exciting breakthrough that I had, that I just had to record this, and I don't even know if I'll post it, but anyway, if you listened, thanks for listening, and I hope you got something out of this. But think through, like, if this happens, what would I do? And then to communicate that long beforehand. Like, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. And then if you still do this, this is going to happen. Like, communicate early before a blow up happens. Like, this is my line. I'm feeling resentful, so I need to bring about change. This is my line. I'm willing to go up to this point, but anything after is a no. And if you continue to push me past that, these are the consequences. So that was such an amazing breakthrough. I can't wait to do more on boundaries. I'm oddly masochistically excited for more boundaries work. So I will catch y'all later. Bye.